welcome to Wrecked Reruns, where we give you some cold readings of some hot takes. Wrecked Reruns is where the cast doesn't know what they're about to read, and it's all helmed by a madman from last Pint Productions. That's all you need to know, and I'm going to toss it over to the madman of the week, Mr. Nick Santa Croce. Nick, take it away.
Hopefully, you know, the John Hamm madman.
Just straight hogged out.
Yeah. Today's episode is going to be from a Canadian institution, a soap opera for teenagers, often with really good intentions. The execution is sometimes questionable at best, and it's the reason why it's a cult classic. Of course, I'm talking about Degrassi, The Next Generation, the best cast and the best iteration of the show. So I think that we can really just jump right in. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. We open outside of Degrassi Junior High. The Great White Norths answer to Bayside, only everyone is Screech and every episode is a very special episode. For some reason, Paige Michaelchuk, played by Mia Radebaugh, has been crowned the resident Regina George, so suspend your disbelief now. Students and athletes file out of a school bus in soccer uniforms with Paige and her meathead boyfriend Spinner Mason, played by Ryan Alexander, leading the way. Self-conscious and struggling from the recent onslaught of puberty, Manuela Santos, played by Frank McGrath, follows closely behind. In real life, I met the actress who played her in an elevator in West Hollywood. True story. Anyway.
I can't believe we beat them 6-2.
Did you see Sully win that last kick before?
The Degrassi High star midfielder suddenly runs through the crowd. This is Sully, played by Ben Wilson.
Hey! Spitz! Wait up!
Hey, Sully! Sully, you did great today. Congratulations.
Sully turns to briefly acknowledge Manny's thirsty attempt at conversation and runs off.
Thanks.
Someone has a crush.
So you think he'd be interested?
With you?
Spin doesn't want to be brutal, so, I will. Sully's not really your type, but I can think of 10 guys you'd be adorable with.
Suddenly, the familiar cackle of cheerleaders cut through the melodrama. Manny turns around to see the popular girls eating out of Sully's hands. What a fucking stud.
I don't want to be adorable. Bunnies and puppies are adorable.
Hon, if you don't want to be cute, don't be. Just change your image. Simple as that.
You can just vibe here.
Is this the theme song?
This is the theme song.
Oh. If I do. I thought they were at like a church scene. It's like very spiritual.
The next song.
Sister Act?
It is a little sister act now that you mention it. It's pretty bad.
Then go to a commercial.
Commercial for... What's the Tim Hortons? Little Timmy bits?
Timmy Hortons, yeah. So the next day, outside of school, Manny walks to class with her childhood best friend, Emma Nelson. She will later go on to contract gonorrhea from Jay Hogarth in about 25 episodes. Emma is played by Elizabeth Wilson.
This club will be my mission for the year. I'm calling it SITE, Students Improving the Environment.
Cool.
We'll have letter writing campaigns, an endangered species week.
But you want to hear my mission? I want to be hot, not cute, not adorable, hot.
Manny unzips a frumpy sweatshirt to reveal one of those dated Juicy brand tube tops and sexy low-rise sweatpants things. And look, I just want to say that a lot of good actually did come from a television show willing to explore the sensitive topic of blossoming teenage sexuality and give a voice to the trials and tribulations of the modern youth. But I mean, strap in.
Wow.
There's no way I'm getting dumped this year for being too young.
Manny rips a scrunchie from her luxurious mane and gives it a seductive toss as a TLC ripoff plays in the background. A fourth grader from another school skateboards by... Oh, wait, no, that's JT York, Degrassi's undersized Casanova. Hypnotized by Manny's aggressive display, he wipes out in front of the whole school. Cut to Exterior, Joey and Craig's house. You might remember Joey Jeremiah from the first Degrassi Junior High series. A lot of the original cast members reprised their roles in The Next Generation as adults because at some point a producer must have thought that we would enjoy that. Joey, played by Matt Schenk, is strapping in his daughter Angela, who is so inconsequential I'll be reading for her, into his completely impractical midlife crisis convertible. Where's my juice?
Oh, shoot, Daddy always forgets something. I'll be right back.
Joey turns around to see his adopted son, Craig Manning, played by Ben, and his friend Marco Del Rossi, played by Kevin Thompson. Craig holds a juice box above his head triumphantly.
I never forget the Angie fuel.
Attaboy, there you go.
Joey hands the juice box to baby Angela. A fool's errand. Nothing can quench the child's insatiable lust for apple blood.
Oh, ready to celebrate tonight?
Craig has perfected the art of ignoring this idiot, so this vague reference doesn't really ring any bells. Maybe if Joey would stop constantly forcing his limited non-English vocabulary into casual conversation, Craig would be more interested in what he had to say.
You are grounding for skipping class? Finito?
Yes, man, our band so needs like the lead singer back.
Band? You guys have a band?
The color drains from Craig's face. This is not good.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't have a name yet, but,
That is so cool. Did I ever tell you guys I was in a band?
like a million times.
Craig's stomach drops. It's bad enough living with this man's constant, deeply seated depression and regret, but in front of his bros, this is a disaster.
Hey, guys, what about rehearsals? Do you need a space? I've got a space. You can use my space.
You garage?
Anytime you want, all right? Rock on, dudes.
To Craig's abject horror, Joey begins singing the lyrics from a song his old band, The Zit Remedy, used to play in the original series and pulls away. This reference is lost on most fans, but don't worry, they'll keep coming back to it.
Everybody wants something. They never give up.
Cut to Ms. Hatzalakos' classroom. Ms. Hatzalakos is showing an educational film about frogs to her class as JT stares at Manny with stars in his eyes. This is obviously a poorly executed homage to E.T. the Extraterrestrial, but hey, they took a swing. Speaking of taking a swing, Manny is drawing in her notebook but quickly recoils when she notices JT creeping on her shit. JT is played by Ryan.
Sorry, I was just looking at your...
At my
JT
what? Oh, sorry.
Manny, jumping the gun. JT motions to her notebook. If she engages, Manny knows that she will occupy the sacred place created in a young man's heart the first time he falls in love. But also, it's a hell of an ego boost. Now Manny goes in.
At my what?
Can I see that? You know, I do doodle interpretation.
That's seriously the spoken line in this episode. Imagine the writer's room making that deliberate choice. Anyway, JT takes a look at Manny's drawings. Wow, she really sucks.
Doodle interpretations?
Liberty Van Zant, a girl whose parents undoubtedly drew inspiration for her name from tie-dyeing sweatshirts and dropping acid in the 60s, is annoyed by this awkward display. Liberty is played by Mia. Shh! JT continues undeterred, doubling down on the Ian Malcolm school of wooing technique.
Your doodles say a lot about you.
Really? What do my doodles say?
Well, this flower one here...
Ms. Hatzalakos sees the two canoodling. She eventually becomes the school principal after Drake gets paralyzed in the school shooting, but that's not for a few more seasons. Ms. Hatzalakos is played by Nancy Dickinson.
JT, quiet, please.
Manny exchanges a flirty glance. Shit, it's actually working. Wow, nice one, JT. I mean, this isn't as smooth as the time that I met Cassie Steele in that elevator, but what can you say? You still have to acknowledge a solid effort. Cut to a romantic dinner at Joey's house. He has spent considerable time setting up a wholly unremarkable place setting, but Joey and his current girlfriend, Sydney, played by Beth, are in the twilight of their lives anyway, so who cares as long as they don't have to sleep alone, again, for another cold Canadian night.
Look at this place. Candles, music, you in an apron?
Oh, what can I say? I enjoy creating an atmosphere.
Sydney and Joey start kissing, but are interrupted by a dreadful cacophony in the garage.
Is that road work? It's late.
That's Craig's band. Quista, pop in for just a minute?
Sure.
In the garage, Craig Spinner, Marco, and Jimmy Brooks are practicing as Angela and Craig's girlfriend, Ashley Kerwin, watch on the couch. When Drake says he started from the bottom, this is exactly what he's referring to. Joey and Sydney burst in.
Stop! Stop!
Hey, guys, how's it going?
It's going good. It's really good.
Still finding your sound.
Well, on the road, Mr. Jeremiah.
Spinner hits the crash cymbal with such audacity it topples over. Classic Spinner.
All right, but 3 guitars. Aren't you kind of limiting yourselves? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I've got,
Joey takes an old Casio keyboard out of a drawer.
I'll do it. I'll do sax, bells, whatever you want. I'll do everything.
Wait, you think Ash should join the band?
No, I was just gonna jam with you guys. You know, what are you missing?
What?
This is a wicked little number. I'm gonna dedicate my baby Angie and my sweetie Sydney.
This was supposed to be Sydney's Friday night. After successfully circumventing her true emotions and settling for some craft dinner and a couple of cheap bottles of wine, she is now drier than the Sahara Desert.
You used to call me on my... You used to...
Oh shit, I didn't assign Drake. Who wants to be Drake? Fuck you, Drake.
Just do the same voice you did for the
Joey,
girl.
what's the key?
I
don't know. Go, just go. A 1 and a 2 and a 3.
Joey begins playing Everybody Wants Something. No, not the Van Halen song. That's Everybody Wants Some. This is the callback from the Juice scene. The guys try their best to keep up, but cannot. To be clear, even if by some miracle they were all imbued with the power to read minds and instantly play music they had never heard before, it would still sound terrible.
That's it. Everybody wants something and never give you up. I say, everybody wants something. They'll take your money and never ever give up. Give me more. Come on, yeah.
Cut 2, a Canadian shopping mall. Manny is dishing with Emma on her latest sexual exploits.
Doodle interpretation?
I know, he was totally flirting. It was weird, but at the same time, kind of nice.
Oh my God, you like him?
No, I mean, he's cute. Totally cuter than last year. And I'm glad he's interested because it means my new look is working.
But...
He's still just JT.
Oh.
My look still feels too tame or too cute. It's not...
Manny spots a tower of women's underwear and snatches a bright blue thong from the display.
This is what I need.
A thong?
What? It's perfect. What do you think?
I think they shouldn't sell this at the mall.
Or at least not directly in plain view of the entire food court as it originally appears in this episode. Cut 2, a close-up of Manny's ass the next day at Degrassi High. The poor man's DLC is playing again. I can't accurately describe how uncomfortable this scene really is. The whale tail from Manny's new bedazzled thong has been pulled up all the way. Her jeans are hiked down for a nearly 11-second tracking shot. Unaware of what he's about to witness, JT gossips with his even nerdier friend, Toby Isaacs, played by Kevin, delivering his lines in the style of Paul Lynde.
I mean, this whole thing is just weird, you know? I've known Manny since I was about 4.
I don't think he knows who Paul Lynde is.
Oh, he
last
knows.
year it was a hot older woman. This year it's hot younger women. So what?
I honestly don't remember what previous subplot this is referring to, and I don't think I want to know.
You're right. So what? So I like her. Big deal. I mean, it's not like she's become a totally different person.
Right on cue, we cut to another gratuitous thong shot as Manny peacocks past the boys. Dudes are losing their minds in slow motion. Of course, JT loses sight of his surroundings again and walks straight into a random pole. Some people would call this joke device a runner, but I just call it lazy. Cut to Mr. Armstrong's class. Liberty, seated directly behind Manny, is clearly disturbed and deeply jealous of JT's affections for her.
Manny, are you aware I can see your underpants?
Are you aware that I don't care?
Maybe some people don't want to have to see your underpants all day.
If some people don't like it, maybe they shouldn't look.
Do you have so little confidence you have to show your entire body?
I didn't ask for your opinion, Liberty. What I wear is none of your business.
Fine, but it's against code of conduct. And if someone were to point that out to Mr. Raddick, I'm sure he'd think it was his business.
Ugh, Liberty. So anyway, outside Degrassi, Manny and Emma are passing out flyers for Emma's bullshit club. JT and Toby lie in wait. Also, Liberty is probably lurking somewhere close enough to eavesdrop, as she tends to do.
Are you sure this isn't too much?
You look great. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true, and apparently JT agrees.
You should just go talk to her.
So what are you gonna do when he asks you out?
When who asks Manny out?
JT, isn't it so cute?
Oh, I didn't know you liked JT.
I might.
Liberty is crushed. But I'd be careful what you wish for. In about 2 seasons, Liberty will actually succeed in getting together with JT. Then he'll get her pregnant and crash into a bus stop, but not in the same scene. Also, he gets brutally murdered. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Okay.
The girls see JT approaching.
Better hurry up and decide.
Manny.
We've got to go to a meeting, so bye.
Emma drags Liberty off screen.
Hi.
Let me guess. I just interrupted a big talk about endangered platypuses.
Something a bit more serious.
Well, what's more serious than a mammal that can lay eggs?
I don't know. You tell me.
Of course, Sully rolls up at this exact moment.
Hey, I'm Manny, right?
He peruses the flyers.
This thing. You gonna be there?
Yeah. Well, my best friend is organizing it.
Great. Well, maybe I'll show up.
Manny?
Manny is paralyzed by Sully's raw, unbridled adolescent machismo.
Manny!
Sorry. What were we talking about?
Platypuses. What's more serious, Manny?
It's no use. Manny has returned to her horny, incapacitated, trance-like state.
Hello?
Cut to Emma's after-school club. Emma and Ashley are trying to give their presentation on protecting the rainforest, but no one is paying them any attention. They are all far more interested in reducing Manny to a sexual object.
What I'm saying is, if your parents want to buy a tropical hardwood toilet seat, don't let them. Every year, millions of hectares of tropical rainforests are destroyed, and rainforests are important for so many reasons.
Sully turns to Manny, whispering sweet distractions.
Manny. What's that short for?
Manny? Manuela?
Manuela. Nice.
Manny blushes. JT looks on helplessly while Emma finishes up on her soapbox.
If your parents still insist on buying tropical hardwood, tell them that by buying that toilet seat, they're destroying the rainforest, our planet's lungs.
Cut to CQJH Studios, the most awkwardly named studio ever. This is a local news station where Caitlin Ryan works as a journalist. She will be played by Nancy. She's also an original cast member, but the real reason this milquetoast scene exists at all is to set up Caitlin's ill-informed decision to get romantically involved with Joey Jeremiah in a few episodes. And guess who just showed up?
Caitlin!
Joey, what are you doing here?
Actually, I was wondering if I could borrow the video camera you had at Spike's baby shower.
Oh, yeah, sure. What is it for, Angela?
Actually, it's for Craig's band.
Band?
Yeah.
Oh, you must be having some serious flashbacks.
Oh, am I ever. We were jamming in the garage last night, and I was totally in the zits again, all over.
Jamming?
Yeah.
Joey, you're not a teenager.
I know. I just thought the boys could use some direction. I knew that you thought the zits were a joke.
I did not.
What if we had some guidance back then? Maybe things would have been different.
And maybe if you'd written more than one song.
Oof.
There you go. Camera. Just, what? Never mind.
What?
Just remember that they're teenagers. That's all I'm going to say.
Cut to Joey's garage. The intoxicating sounds of what will one day become the core lineup of Downtown Sasquatch reverberate through the garage. Joey is getting into everyone's face with a gigantic new camcorder. He's recording the practice session with the tact and sensitivity of Bob Crane.
Okay, guys, stop. Craig, I'm only getting your profile, man.
Joey, this is just a rehearsal. I really think we should hold off with the camera and
We talked about this, guys. The camera is your audience, all right? A stage presence is just as important as your sound. And speaking of sound, I know you guys want to play your own music, and I think that's a great goal, okay? But maybe you should start with some covers first, like maybe some George Michael. Craig, I know you know the words to Faith.
Ugh, Joey.
What?
The phone rings. Joey sets down the camera and makes a move for the door.
Just think about it. I mean, you guys have to learn to walk before you can run, okay? Hello? Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. Yeah?
Joey leaves the boys alone in the garage.
You used to call me on my...
Drake.
Man, Joey's brutal.
Gotta learn to walk before you can run, eh?
I'm sorry, okay? It's funny in a sad, pathetic sort of way.
Dude, you really need to talk to him. George Michael?
Drake.
Faith? Hey, shut up. What am I supposed to tell him? He's so deluded he thinks he's in the band. He's embarrassing himself, and he doesn't even know it.
Unbeknownst to the guys, an ominous red light continues to blink on Joey's camera. Secretly recording the band's cascading verbal jabs. Cut to Degrassi hallway the next day. Emma is taking down her environmental club posters. Her on-again, off-again, bad boy love interest Sean Cameron makes an appearance. Why? Who can say? Probably because it's in his contract or something. Sean is played by Ryan.
Hey,
Look who's here to help.
I'm sorry. I really wanted to go.
But you were abducted by aliens?
Close. I had help. I had to help Miss L in the shop. How was it?
Well, you're practically the only guy in school who wasn't there.
Should I be jealous?
They weren't there for me.
No?
Or the environment. They only wanted...
Right on cue, Manny walks by. Right on cue, Manny walks by.
That was an amazing turnout, huh?
Just gonna take down the rest of the posters in that hallway.
Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong page.
You're on the wrong
Thanks.
page. I guess this is a good time for an anecdote. I actually met the Accio plate.
What? Sorry, what page am I supposed to be on?
What? Frank, are you kidding me?
Maggie
There
was. My
aren't
daughter
page
was doing
numbers.
something. My daughter was doing
What
something.
page is
over
this?
there.
I can't. It's a page.
Manuela has a daughter?
There aren't page numbers.
Frank
20
McGrath as
25.
25 is killing me.
Unbelievable. Is it
Okay.
25?
Hey, Sean. Is that right?
Yes. Hey, M. Let's start from there. Hey, M. Hey, Sean. Go from there.
Hi, sweetie. Hi.
Oh,
I'll explain later what's happening, sweetheart.
You can't
wait to
explain
us
this.
or to her.
I think Sean's up.
Oh, did he
Is
say?
it? Where are we starting from? What's
I thought we
happening?
were starting at Hey M, Hey Sean.
How about we start right on cue? Manny walks by.
Yes.
Okay, right on cue, Manny walks by.
Hey, Em. Hey, Sean.
I'm just gonna take down the rest of the posters in that hallway.
Thanks.
So,
I love you too.
as an aside, I actually met the guy who played Sean.
In an elevator, I know we heard.
No, it was at a bar called Big Wang's in Hollywood on Valentine's Day. I still have
Seems a little on the nose.
Well, I mean, I got a picture with him and my girlfriend. It's probably on MySpace if you want to check it out, Ryan. No big deal or anything, but as an aside, I would not recommend taking your girlfriend to Big Wang's on Valentine's Day.
Why would I want to disappoint her like that?
It's closed now. It's going to be easy. Anyway, Sean exits.
That was an amazing turnout, huh?
Yeah, if any of them come back.
Don't worry, I'll make them.
So what's happening with JT?
What do you like better, Manny or Manuela? Sully likes Manuela. He says it's exotic. Manuela, Santos. Oh, yeah. Did you say something?
Yeah, but it was nothing.
The school principal, Mr. Radich, played by Kevin, approaches the girls.
Annie, I've been meaning to talk to you about your attire. It contravenes the code of conduct.
But everybody wears a crop top.
It's not about the crop top. I expect you to show up tomorrow in an outfit that does not reveal your undergarments.
But lowriders are in, and
I've had complaints, so no more visible underwear.
Gee, I wonder who ratted her out. Fucking Liberty. Cut to Joey's house. Joey's watching back the video from Craig's rehearsal. Craig walks in.
Hey, did you turn everything off in the garage?
Uh-huh. What are you watching?
Oh, the footage that I shot. I want to show you what I'm talking about with that stage presence thing.
He fast forwards the tape.
Oh, I went too far.
You can say that again. The tape picks up exactly where Joey left to take that phone call.
Gotta learn to walk before you can run, eh?
I'm sorry, okay? It's funny, in a sad, pathetic sort of way.
Dude, you really need to talk to him.
George Michael? Yeah, Faith? Hey, shut up. What am I supposed to tell him? He's so deluded he
Thinks he's in the band. He's embarrassing himself and he doesn't even know it.
Craig sees the hurt in Joey's eyes. Unexpectedly forced to deal directly with the consequences of his actions, Craig knows what he must do.
I think I'll,
He literally backs out of the kitchen and trails off mid-sentence before disappearing off screen like a little bitch. Cut to Degrassi High the next day.
Manny, I know you were really upset that Radich busted you.
Manny takes off her oversized jacket, unveiling yet another scintillating midriff combination.
Actually, it turned out not to be such a bad thing.
Do you want to get suspended?
What? I'm not breaking any rules.
Manny, Mr. Radich said...
He said no visible underwear. And do you see any underwear?
No, but...
That's right. Because I'm not wearing any.
Cut to Ms. Hasselakos' class.
Stool frogs, they're amphibians. They live both on land and in water, and they find food in both realms. Insects, small fish, and even other frogs. So who wants to feed our web-footed friends a little snack? Manny?
Sure.
Another unsettling tracking shot of Manny's posterior as she saunters to the front of the class in 48 frames per second, everyone's jaws agape. As if in answer to the prayers of every future neckbeard in the classroom, Manny inexplicably drops something on the floor. Maybe it was a pencil? We don't even know. The real-life excitement is tangible from the pubescent extras in the crowd. She begins to bend over.
Stop?
Manny freezes mid-descent. The classroom of preteen slime bags groan in disgust.
Why does Manny get to feed these frogs when I don't?
Because you didn't volunteer.
Well, I volunteer then.
Okay, so feed them and sit down.
Okay.
Cut to Degrassi Halls immediately after class.
Hey, Manny.
Hey, JT.
Look, I was just wondering if maybe you were free tomorrow? If maybe we could go see a movie, eh?
Sully emerges from out of nowhere, his transformation into an 80s teen movie antagonist cliche complete.
You see this, JT?
Sully holds up his paw and waves condescendingly.
Bye-bye.
Actually, JT, I'm busy tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Manny, I need to talk to you.
Now?
Emma pulls Manny aside.
How could you do that to JT?
What? I didn't do anything.
No, you just broke his heart.
Emma, come on.
You're getting this huge ego.
I am not, just because I'm dressed nice.
You're dressing like an idiot, but what I really care about is how you're acting.
I'm always there for you, Emma. When you fight with Sean, you find out your mom's pregnant. Or your stupid environmental.
No, two separate thoughts.
I'm always there for you. I'm always there for you, Emma. When you fight with Sean, when you find out your mom's pregnant, for your stupid environmental club.
Right.
It's not stupid.
One time it's not about you, you do this to me.
I'm just concerned.
Because it sounds more like you're jealous.
You know what? Just forget this. Bye.
This is who I am now, and if you can't accept that, then don't talk to me. Daddy's just pretending.
Cut to Joey. Should I stop?
No, it's fine. Keep going.
Hey, Maggie. Craig is just getting home from band practice. Joey is waxing the hubcaps on the physical embodiment of his complex internal coping mechanisms.
Hey, I thought you were never coming home.
I had rehearsal in Marco's basement, and
I see.
Joey, I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I should have known better.
Me too.
No, you were trying to help.
I was. Craig, when I was in high school, my band, the Zits, meant everything to me. They were good times, some of the best. Anything felt possible. And then one day I wake up, I'm in my 30s, and I have a daughter and a teenage stepson, and I'm thinking to myself, whoa, when did this happen? Guess I was just trying to feel that way again. So Marco's basement, huh?
Wow, that was some real shit they just shoehorned in there, huh?
Yeah.
You know, there's better acoustics in the garage.
What about the keyboard?
It's back in the box.
Thank you.
Cut to The Dot, a trendy diner and Degrassi's answer to the Max, only the owner isn't a creepy magician written out of the show by the third season and equipped with considerably more poutine-related menu options. Manny watches as Emma and JT pass by. She stares through them like an evil queen would look down at a slum of lepers.
Manuela? Something wrong?
No, everything's just great.
Emma and JT stop just long enough to catch a fleeting glance of their friend through the diner's front windows, hoping desperately to catch even a glimmer of humanity in her cold, dead eyes. But it's clear that the compassionate guiding light that once defined Manny Santos has been snuffed out for good, leaving its earthly vessel and relegating the lost girl to navigate the rest of her life as an empty, soulless husk. We did it! From the bottom of my cold little heart, thank you to our wonderful cast. Before I destroyed it, you got the look. Season 3, Episode 3 of Degrassi, The Next Generation was originally written by Janice Sinor and directed by Stefan Skaney. Wrecked Reruns is produced by Pint Productions. Please like and subscribe. And for the masochists in the audience, follow the links below for more content, including other script readings, song parodies, and our weekly pop culture podcast, The New Way. From all of us here at Wrecked Reruns, cheers.
Cheers. We did it. Frank, my God, man.
I was distracted by Frank the whole fucking time.